You know what's really sad about this? For a second there, I almost forgot how to turn my camera on. And that's pretty messed up because of how much I love my cameras and junk. Anyway, I was sitting here writing a letter that I kept getting distracted by because it's raining outside, and it kind of went with what I was writing about, so my mind was elsewhere. But I woke up kind of late today, and whenever I wake up late, that seems to be the times when I feel like I should be doing so. I'll talk about that distraction in a second, but it feels like it's every time that I wake up late, those are the days when I want to do something that's really time consuming, and then I have to go to work so it never gets done. Anyway, not really time consuming, and it's always worthwhile, but I was going to write you a letter this morning, and I was like, oh, well, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I bet this is going to be the day that the postman comes way before he needs to, instead of on time or long after time, so that I have time to write a decent length letter, because I like to ramble about things now instead of just, hey, this and that and blah, bye, that kind of thing. But I did write a little something, and whenever I looked up and saw how it was about to be about noon already, I just said, I will do something else. And you said last night that you were sending me a card, and it's taken a week to get here. So instead of, I was trying to do this whole one letter a day thing, and I was going to mail one, of course, every single day. That would make sense with the name. But because of my forgetful nature and blah, I thought it would be fun and cool and easier if I sorry if that's offensive, easier if I made little videos every single day, even if it's just like a little something before work, because that's probably what it's going to be anyway, except on the weekends, and then I can do a longer something. But I tend to ramble anyway, so they're going to be at least 3 minutes, a little longer. That's a decent sized letter, right? Facial expressions and all. You don't have to read that and be like, I wonder how he said that. I hope it was funny, because if it was me, and I'll kill him, and then I'll eat this letter. Because I know you eat my letters. Sometimes you come back and you're like, I saved all your letters. And I'm like, you got like 4. 4 of them. I know I wrote you more than 4 times. Anyway, wrote you a letter, put it in an envelope. Then I took it out, because I decided I'm going to read it like a script, like a teleprompter. Not really, but I was basically just saying, hey, good morning, and on about my cold and how stupid it is, because I woke up and I was like, hey, I feel fantastic. It was terrible. I had the worst sneezing fit ever this morning and coughing fit. And I can't take my Dayquil because I have work today, and I really don't want to operate a vehicle and my eyes are crossed every couple of seconds. Or not, it's not really every couple of seconds, but it does happen pretty frequently. And I really don't want to wreck, especially with the glare. But like I said, it's raining, so there wouldn't really be a glare to worry about. But I'm still not going to drive messed up because of cold medicine. Speaking of messed up, and I wrote it in your letter, I didn't connect the dots before because I was just so excited to have a job again that I was never drug tested. And I thought it was like an accident and they were just going to do randoms throughout, because that's what a lot of companies do. I mean, they still do the initial hiring one, but then they do randoms. So I figured this company was just ass backwards and they just did random tests. But no, we're not doing anything. And people make comments about it all the time like, man, if they ever drug tested here. And I'm like, that doesn't mean you should come in high, man. We have to call strangers and get them to buy things from us. So you're going to be messed up. And then it works. They get like 14 appointments, and I'm like, okay, I'm over here sober, and I'm nice as hell, and I'm just getting cussed out. So, I mean, I'm not going to do anything, but if I just act like a retard, excuse my language, I said I wasn't going to say that word anymore to somebody, I promised. But if I just act like I'm completely dumb and messed up all the time, maybe I'll sell water systems. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of weird that we never did testing. Also, another thing that's bullshit to me. That $11 an hour thing? Nope. Apparently, I'm still just getting minimum wage. Sorry, I shook the table a little bit. Apparently, I'm just getting minimum wage and whatever it's kind of like commission. Every demo that I get and every sale that I make, then I get a little chunk off that. I'm not exactly sure how much, and I'm not really in the mood to ask because it's probably going to be bullshit, so I'll just wait and, I guess, do the math myself, even though I'm terrible with it. It'd be a hell of a lot better than just saying, oh, well, I get this much off every demo and this much off every sale? Yay! And then find out that it's like $8 less than what they said or something. I don't know. It's just complete crap. And I hate it. Still hate my job more than anything. I'm just saving it so that I can transfer if they're not, dragging me around about that. Because that's the only upside of this job. The fact that I can transfer. Because the money is bullshit and the hours are 4 a day. Yeah, that's a fantastic paycheck. Anyway, that's what I was on about for a little while in your letter. Another thing I wanted to tell you about, I wanted to talk to you about Mom for a second. Because I addressed it for a moment there, the first night that I was taking my hair out, which I still don't like at all. But, I don't know. Whenever Laura said she got home that day, she said Mom was on the couch crying and said that she felt bad because no one was really spending time with her. She felt like she was in the way. And that made me feel terrible because the night that I told you that I was going to leave a card or something sweet like that, and I never spoke up. I never wrote a note or anything like that. And I feel like if I would have done that, she would have at least stayed a few more days. And then I felt bad because I don't feel bad for staying up and texting you until like odd hours. But that was the only reason that I would sleep in so late. Then I'd wake up and just sit around in the dark, waking up, just kind of laying there bobbing my head until, I don't know, later in the afternoon. I wouldn't really leave my room too much. Before I knew it, I was just getting dressed and out the door for work, so it's not like I was up really early and I could have been out there with her and doing this and that. It's just, I could have gotten up and just sat on the couch and looked sleepy the whole time and just hung out with her. But all I ever did was hang out with her whenever she was watching movies or, like I said, I'm the only one that uses the dining room table, so I was in here every time I ate, but that was about it. Other than that, I was at work or I was getting in my pajamas and passing out in bed. Or not so much passing out, but flopping down and getting comfortable 2 hours before I was about to fall asleep because I was texting you. So, I don't know. That was one of the things that was on my mind. Even if it's not entirely my fault, I feel like it was. And I feel bad because that's always been one of my worst habits, never really expressing to my loved ones how I feel in certain situations or in any situation at all. It's never happened. I've just never spoken up. I don't know. Like, my family's never been like that. And whenever I would try to talk to people, then Darren was always kind of ass. That kind of guy that's like, you can't be like that. You can't be a little boy, this and that. Feelings. Bullshit. I was always a box. So it's so strange to sit here and be like, I really want to tell you that you make me smile even though you sit on the couch and yell at the dogs all day. But in my head, I'm just like, She knows, right? But it's not right. So, I don't know. Just a small look into my brain. I don't think I said too much else because I got to a point in your letter where I was writing and I was like, I wrote down one letter a day, Jupe, and I kept writing and I was like, wait a second, can I make this into a video blog? Oh shit, would she mind? And then I asked you in the letter as if you could respond right then. I was like, I hope she says yes because I'm gonna do it. This is so stupid. And I got the camera, so now here I am. So, yeah, it is now almost noon. I believe I said that about an hour ago, so I don't know where mine went. Okay, the microwave and the DVR are completely off. So, that's where the confusion came from. It wasn't the wall clock, I know not to look at that. Plus, I can't tell time. Look at me, I'm digital. But, expect one of these all the time. I know I was sitting there debating about it because I was like, she probably won't want to do it just because of the fact that she'll have to get on the internet so much. I mean, every single day to watch one of my videos. Letters. Video letters. Letters. But I guess selfish thought. I was like, she gets on Facebook anyway. Whenever she's online, she can just turn it on. Right? So, I mean, I'm gonna make one every day, either way. So, if there are some days where you just don't feel like getting online, then that doesn't mean the letter's not gonna be there. So you can just check it another time, whatever's most convenient for you. And then it'll be more fun anyway, because you can be like, oh shit, haven't been online in like 3 days. Man, I got like 3 letters. Oh yeah, oh, and one just uploaded. Shame. And then I'll be like, she smiled. At least that's what I'm going to say in my head. You're probably going to be like, he's kind of cute sometimes. Beep. But that's good enough for me. Anyway, I'm going to go over yonder and sit with the hounds for a moment and play my guitar and things, because if I keep rambling on like this letter's going to be like 40 minutes long, and that's going to take all day to render and process it. Then it's just not going to go online, and I would like it to be up before I leave for work. So, I will write you another letter tomorrow. Bye. See, and I still forgot how to turn it off. Wait a second! I never talked about the distraction from the beginning of the video. I looked up at the curio cabinet. And when you were here, you said something about Doodah's coffee grinder that it gave you, and so that's where it is. It's in the curio cabinet. The coffee grinder, it's at the very top. It's right there. I knew it was here. I just completely forgot. I don't know. But anyway, we have that solved now, because we were talking about grinding your own bean.